Ancient tales and legends spilled in whispers soft and low, through valleys green and mountains high, where the highland rivers flow. Did ye see the brave hearts stand in lines so bold and true? With swords of steel and weary hands, they fought for me and you. Come ye by the bannockburn, was the bruises armor shining, while our children's were aligning on the field of destiny. Come ye by the bannockburn, did you see our banners flying? The English lords are dying, and for death or freedom. Come ye by the bannockburn, the Bruce his axe a-wielding, no inch shall we be yielding, till Edward flees the field. Come ye by the bannockburn, the carnage now is over, blood-soaked fields of clover, dear Ollie bought our liberty. His statue stands alone on horseback made of stone. 1314, our battle cry forevermore.
So to the battle. This is my interpretation of the events unfolding, if it happened today. So if you'll try and imagine it like a football match, the date is the 24th of June 1314. Scotland manager Robbie Bruce has won the toss and claimed the high ground, leaving England's manager King Edward II, who was a very poor sequel. Well, they left him with the brown end of the stick. Contrary to the Braveheart film, the Scots didn't wear kilts. They were more likely to be wearing Adidas trackies and underarm hoodies. The night before the big game, Sir Alex Seaton, a Scot playing for England, swapped teams, and when asked about the English team's morale, told Bruce, "Big man, they're proper bricking it, and we're going to give them a severe tobering." On the day of the battle, the Earl of Gloucester approached the England manager. "Boss," he said, "have you seen the nick of the pitch? It's an absolute disgrace. Totally sodden, I doubt it will take a stud. Can we not get the ref to postpone it?" The England manager turned on him angrily, screaming, "Are you off your trolley? I've maxed out 50 credit cards to get us here. I've bought new flags and everything, and it took 2 hours to get into this harbour, so get your game face on, or as your bottle went." Gloucester took the big cream puff. "I'll show you I've got kahunas," he said, and with that he messaged all his pals and attacked the Scots. But just like Facebook, it turns out he had fewer friends than he thought. The Scots quickly surrounded him, and off he went to the early bath in the sky. The two sides clashed, the Scots with their Shiltron style of attack, with long pointy sticks looking like giant hedgehogs, but way better at crossing the road. The English have always had blokes good with arrows, Bristow, Phil the Power Taylor and Luke Littler, but in this match they couldn't use their longbows without hitting their own side, so advantage Scotland. Edward tried to be more expansive, sending the English and Welsh archers darting down the wings, but Scottish cavalry put it in a crunching tackle and the bowmen limped off the pitch. It was becoming clear to the English that the ball was well and truly burst and that the pitch was too narrow to allow the English room for the 10,000 substitutes they had in reserve. Gilles d'Argenta, at that time the third best knight in Europe, who was just slightly behind Messi and Ronaldo in the Ballon d'Or, grabbed the reins of Eddie's horse, dragging him up the tunnel and off the field of play. Gilles said to his manager, "Boss, I was tasked with keeping you out of bother and sticking you in an Uber if things got well dodgy, but I've never bailed out of a scrap in my life, so I'm going back to sort out the jocks." And with that, he turned his horse round, charged at the Scots line and joined the Gloucester in the great shower block in the sky. So was there a trophy for this victory? Well, not exactly. There was no Stanley Rouse Cup or anything like that. For fans of the odd-shaped ball, the rugby version of the Calcutta Cup, I suppose. Nope, nothing except 14 years later, the Treaty of Edinburgh and Northampton was signed, recognising the independence of the Kingdom of Scotland. I'm sure you'll agree that was a much better prize than an old tin cup. So there we have it. Edward fled the field and left his army like agency staff on 0-hour contracts. No food, no transport, no charging points for their iPhones, and it would be a dangerous retreat for them 90 miles to safety through scary places like Raploch and Wester Hales. Not surprisingly then, out of 16,000 foot soldiers, only 5,000 of them made it back across the border to safety. At this time, the English army were proper Champions League material in the top 4 armies in Europe. The Scots, well, they had a population of 500,000, which probably means less than 50,000 players to pick from, so I guess that would make us first division material. How then did we win? Simple. We had the best manager, of course. The Bruce played to our strengths, kept it compact and believed in his men, where Edward was blessed with lightning pace, but only when fleeing from the Scots like a scared rabbit, when a stronger leader would have changed the formation at half-time and the game could have turned. Of course, they're not entirely sure if this was the site of the actual battle, but does it really matter? It's such a beautiful place, and it'd be a shame to move Bruce's statue after all these years.